Welcome to BSS Carolinas on Stitcher, Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Spotify. I got so many I got named, man. Soon to be Buzz, what did I say earlier? Buzz Spreaker?
Buzzsprout.
Buzzsprout. That's it, Buzzsprout. I'm trying to remember, man, there's so many platforms you can do.
Not to be confused with the BuzzTube.
No, it's not that.
Wreck-It Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph.
Mention in there.
That's very good, man. I love those movies. Movies are great.
Break the internet.
Embrace the internet.
What's Wi-Fi?
All right, we got a great show today. On this segment, we're going to do NFL talk, NFL, and NFL the rest of the show. First, let's start with, we're previewing the NFC East. Let's start with the Cowboys. Since I am wearing the jersey, we start out east. Zeke is holding out the training camp for an extension. First, should they pay him?
No.
Absolutely.
No.
Absolutely. You lock up the running back, then you can maneuver yourself with Cooper and Prescott. Because
y'all run heavy.
Y'all got to pay them.
Look.
Then Vander S is going to need to be paid.
Jalen Smith.
Smith is going to need to be paid.
Byron Jones.
Yeah.
Byron Jones' contract runs out this year.
It,
So Byron Jones, Amari Cooper, Dak's contract all runs out after this season.
so if you're not planning on paying, then what is it? Super Bowl or bust this year?
Trade Zeke.
Trade Zeke for what?
Picks. Ass loads of picks.
Is that a running back y'all want?
Running back?
Here's the thing.
What's his name? What's his backup's name? He's not bad.
Not
He's
Scarborough.
bad.
He gone, right?
Not Scarborough. It's number 40. It's a big guy.
Tony Pollard.
Is it Pollard?
Yes, Pollard.
I thought it was like Jacobs or something.
My thing is now with the running back position becoming somewhat obsolete, you could just do this by committee. New England does it by committee. Eagles
Detroit
did it by
Lions
committee.
does it by committee.
That's
We
it.
could be Detroit Lions.
No, we don't want to be those.
We
guys.
do have the best line in the game because Travis Frederick will be back this year.
Oh, he's
Just
doing
saying.
better now?
Yeah, he's playing.
Okay.
And do we really trust Jason Garrett? And who's the offensive coordinator now?
Kellen Moore.
Kellen Moore.
The former third-string quarterback. Do we really trust him to air it out and make great decisions airing it out?
As I said earlier in this show, and I'll say it again this time, and I'll probably keep saying it. I know the devil I don't know and the devil I know. And the devil I know is Jason Garrett to screw up at some point. But here's the thing, the caveat of this season for the Cowboys. We will win a Super Bowl. Why? So we can have Jason Garrett for the next 25 years as head coach. We'll suck every season for the next 25 years. But we'll win a Super Bowl once
And you
for
know
the
what?
next 25 years.
You know why the main reason Jerry Jones ain't fired this asshole? Because Jerry wants to prove everybody that he was absolutely right about Jason Garrett when he hired him.
No, there's the
he's
real
gonna
reason.
win me a
There's-
Super Bowl.
No, there's a real reason. He's a puppet.
Oh,
He can be
And that
controlled.
too.
That's the real reason.
Yeah, I agree. He's a career flunky.
And here's the thing. Jerry is 100% committed to firing Garrett after the year. One reason. The guy at Oklahoma, Lincoln Riley.
That's
telling
what he
you,
really wants.
that's who he wants. That's who he'll get. So even if we win a Super Bowl, I'm not sold Jason Garrett will be back. I'm not.
But Lincoln Riley said, no, I'm leaving Oklahoma. Y'all want to take me now?
You know what? I'm be honest with you. It is time for Coach Clapp to go somewhere and just get away from football because
Listen,
he's a career mediocre guy. Career mediocre.
He does suck, man.
But going back to Zeke, here's the thing. The last 3 years in the league, he would have led the league in rushing all 3 years if he wasn't suspended 6 games a couple seasons ago.
Yeah.
Okay, there's no question. To me, he's the best running back in the game. Why? The person that leads the league in rushing, to me, is the best running back. Just like to the day I die, Emmitt Smith, best running back all time. But I still know how good Barry Sanders and Walter Payton was. I know how great they were. I still put them ahead. But rankings, you got to look at the stats.
Right.
I'm just saying. So, and Zeke does a lot of things for the Cowboys. He is the most important player on the team.
yeah.
So, saying that, I wouldn't I don't want to trade him, but that's a lot of my heart. I also didn't want to let go of Dez Bryant, but, that's what it is. So,
How old is Zeke? 24?
24.
Yeah, you got.
I mean,
Zeke
you still
is at the prime of his
if
career.
you do a 4-year contract right now and you make him the highest paid running back in the league,
yeah.
I wouldn't be mad. The problem is, then you got paid Dak more than Carson Wentz. Because whatever you say, he's got more playoff wins than Carson Wentz does.
You got more playoff wins than I have.
That's what I'm saying. But he's got the second best record in the league since he's come in the league behind Tom Brady. That's money.
All he does is win,
Right.
no matter
Yeah.
what.
But you look at, but then, like you talked about earlier, you got to pay the defense. You got Vander Esch, you got Jalen Smith, you got Byron Jones, you got to pay, you got DeMarcus Lawrence,
He did.
Which-
Y'all signed him
which
already.
we did.
Yeah, y'all signed him
If
already.
the Cowboys do pay him,
Plus, we got another offensive lineman
they
coming
need to
up.
go ahead and pay him most of his salary right up front.
Oh, yeah.
Get it out the way and within the signing bonus in the first year, 2 years. So if year 3,
Something
you
happens.
done with Zeke, you can move on to running back. If you cut him in year 3, it won't kill your salary cap.
Here's
and then
the
you work out the other deals.
I
accordingly.
understand your argument
No.
to trade him, though.
But see, here's the thing: the defense. You need a lockdown corner. You got to pay Jones. You got to pay the linebackers to cover. That's Vander Esch, Jalen Smith. Who else we got to pay?
Y'all paid the
Jalen
defensive
Smith,
end
Vander
already,
Esch,
right?
DeMarcus Lawrence, we paid.
We paid them.
The other cornerbacks, you got Jordan Lewis and those
You-
guys.
you like- you-
Kuzi.
You can finagle them, but every
You gotta
strong
pay.
defense got one lockdown corner. Byron Jones is it for it. So you got to pay him. My thing is, Dak went 7-2 once we got Amari Cooper. So you kind of debating who's more important, Zeke or Amari.
But Amari gets 1-on-1 because they playing 8 in the box to stop Zeke Elliott.
But here's the thing. Can I depend on Zeke Elliott not to go to jail?
Well, he ain't been in jail yet.
No. Here's the thing you got to ask. Here's the
Uh-oh.
no.
Man, he ain't locked up.
No, here's the thing you got to ask yourself as a Cowboys fan, and we've been saying this forever. Roger Goodell is trying to make an example out of one team. It's the Dallas Cowboys. I don't care what anybody says. After Jerry
It's a
tried to
couple
get rid of
teams,
him,
the Patriots as well.
okay, Patriots and him. The Patriots and Cowboys, they've tried to make examples.
Especially when they
out
win
of.
a Super Bowl. Oh, we
Right.
mad.
Mm-hmm.
My point is, though, every year Rodgers trying to get back at Jerry for getting him fired a couple years ago. He will go after Zeke no matter what he does. He just will. I mean, I still don't know why he was about pulling the girl's shirt up. I mean, come on, for heaven's
Now the
sake.
NFL already said they looked
good.
into the Zeke Elliott situation. They're not going to move forward with any suspension or anything. They're good.
Okay, for now.
Just like the season, like they where we had to pick and choose which 6 games he had to sit out.
They bullshitted so long and waited to do
Yeah.
that, man.
They did
Waited
it
for
on
the
purpose.
Cowboys to be in perfect position to say,
Right.
okay, we're going to suspend you now.
Right, exactly. No,
That was Roger Goodell's payback for y'all.
Yep.
That's
But
why
everybody
now it's
else-
like, we're good.
But everybody else with domestic violence, we'll give you 2 games.
Oh, 2
or maybe
games.
3.
Oh, you knocked your wife out in the elevator. You get a game and a half.
Looking at the running backs next year that come out, you got the kid from Wisconsin,
Don't
Jonathan
trust.
Taylor.
Nope.
I will never say get a Wisconsin running back.
No.
Because John Vaughn from Vanderbilt, I don't know. Here's a guy, Travis Dante from Clemson. Very interesting guy to
ETN.
get. Yeah, thank you. Or DeAndre Swift from Georgia. J.K. Dobbins from Ohio State. Cam Akers from Florida State. That's really it. Najee Harris from Alabama.
I don't trust him.
Yeah, that's another Alabama running back.
Yeah.
And then you can pick these guys up late.
I think, too.
I don't know. Travis will be look
If-
at the team that Clemson's going to have. Travis might be one of the top draft picks, man.
All right, say you do want to trade Ezekiel Elliott. Where do you trade him, and what do you ask back for him? 'Cause you
3
spent
first
a number
rounders.
4
We got to
pick
think.
on
Look
him.
at what Odell got in the trade for Odell Beckham. You didn't get really.
They got Jabril Peppers and
first-
a second round
Yeah,
next
so-
year and a third of the following year.
Yeah, but Odell's a little bit older.
He's coming off an injury.
Coming off injury.
We're talking about Zeke Elliott.
Zeke Elliott. That's
But
a workhorse.
teams don't really like trading first
super
round.
But they're
workhorse.
running back too.
Yeah, running backs don't.
Super workhorse,
So-
400 plus carries.
Well,
for the
here's the
last 3
thing:
seasons.
it's also you're not going to get Herschel Walker type of trade.
Yeah.
Okay,
Nobody's gonna do that again.
and that's what they're going to look for.
Yeah. You find
Okay.
a sucker team to.
I personally, I would want at least 2 first-round picks for Zeke.
And
At least 2 first
you
round.
can't trade him in the NFC.
No.
You trade him to an NFC team, that's going to hurt your chances to get a Super Bowl. So do you dare trade him to the Patriots? Because that's the only team I know that would reach out. Oh, you want to give Zeke Elliott the Tom
2
Brady?
first round picks. Yeah, here you go. Yeah.
Here you go.
Tell you what,
Here you go. Do you do that?
take Burkhead too. Take Burkhead while you at it.
I'll trade him to Miami.
For what?
But
I'll-
Miami ain't going to get that up.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised right now. I'll tell you right now, Pittsburgh would be a perfect spot for him.
But do you trade that to Pittsburgh?
Yes.
Pittsburgh out?
Yes.
Well, I don't trust Ben Roethlisberger. I definitely ain't trying to trade you to New England.
If you trade him anywhere, I would trade him to Pittsburgh. I'm not trading to Kansas City. For the love of God, no.
Or he's from Ohio. Can I send you back to Cincinnati? Can I send
Trade
you
him
to
to
Nah,
Cleveland?
they got Joe Mixon. They working with Joe Mixon.
They about to sign.
Trade him
this.
to Cleveland. Let Kareem Hunt. Him and Kareem Hunt be
Nick
together.
Chubb. Mm-mm.
And Nick Chubb in there. They don't know who their running back is.
Nick
gonna
Chubb
be.
will be
And I think Cleveland wants to throw the ball with all
Yeah.
these new weapons they
They're-
got. They want to throw the ball.
They don't have to save money to pay these other guys anyway. But Zeke is not going to be traded.
Nah.
He's not.
No.
I mean, they're just not. They're not going to do it. So I'll see it. But I say we're in a tough situation. We have to win this year. Just saying.
yeah, Super Bowl.
So going
Are
to the
Cowboys
Cowboys.
the favorite in the East?
Second
Before we
behind
go
it.
to the next.
No, they still
not
there's
the East. Are they the favorite in the NFC?
I don't know.
Get the
Let's
Super
go
Bowl.
through it and find out. All right. Key additions. They added Randall Cobb, Jason Witten, Christine Covington, and Georgia Loca. All right.
You still
They-
playing?
Huh?
You
Yeah.
still playing?
Yeah. Cole Beasley, David Irvin, Jeff Swam, and Damian Wilson all left. All right. What are we picking the cow? Who's going first?
12-4.
I go 11-5.
They're not this 8-8 team no more.
I go 11-5.
They double digits, no problem.
people want to get paid this year. 13-3.
Look at all this pressure we putting on them Cowboys already out the gate. Out the gate.
Oh, Jesus. What am I going to say? I'm not looking at the schedule yet.
I'm doing it right now.
Are you looking at the schedule?
Yeah.
They're
winning first 3 games.
Which
Ooh.
they've been opening with the last 3 years.
They winning first 3. Giants, Redskins, Dolphins.
They should. That's 3-0.
Now,
right
get,
off the top.
I need weeks 7 through 10.
Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Here we
5,
go.
6, 7. Eagles, Giants, Vikings. Taking for 3-0. And the Vikings on prime time. You good?
Now the Eagles should be a tough game.
Well, Eagles. Wow, they got 3.
What is the Vikings in Minnesota or are they in
In Dallas. Cause my dad's going to the game. It's prime time.
Oh shit, they
So
gonna
that's a
win.
win.
That game. They gonna win that game.
I need the
Here we go.
December games.
Here we go.
December.
There you go.
At-
December at Chicago, home to the Rams, at the Eagles, home to the Redskins. All of these games are winnable. At the Bears on a Thursday night, we can win that game easily because I think the Bears going to take a step back.
Y'all playing Buffalo for
Yeah.
Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
The
Oh, yeah, the
Bills?
Bills.
I
yeah.
want to see the damn
No, no,
Bills.
I have a buddy of mine that has already texted me that we're going to lose to the Bills on Thanksgiving, which I'm not surprised that we wouldn't. We lost the damn Dolphins on Thanksgiving.
They
'cause
ain't
it snowed.
losing to them damn Bills. Have you seen the Bills roster?
No, we
Shit,
should.
you name 5 players from the Buffalo Bills.
And not running backs.
Kevin Benjamin,
He ain't with the Bills.
Corey Coleman.
He got hurt with
Oh
Giants.
yeah, they did. Did he get hurt?
He the Giants.
Damn.
John Brown.
Josh
Cole
Allen.
Shaq Thompson.
Frank Gore.
Shaq Lawson.
Shaq Lawson.
Yeah,
Frank
Shaq
Gore.
Lawson.
Frank Gore is a
Frank
Buffalo
Gore is a
Bill.
Buffalo. Shaq Lawson is a Buffalo Bill.
The Bills gonna be over for the season when
Josh
they show
Allen.
up in Dallas.
Josh Allen. What's our fat fullback that we have? Mike Tolbert still there.
He's still up.
Yeah,
I
he's
thought
still
he
there.
was retired.
No, he ain't retired yet. That's 3.
Cole Beasley.
Cole Beasley. Yeah,
John
Ralph Allen,
Brown.
John Brown. There you go.
What's their coach's name?
McDonough.
No.
McDermott.
McDermott.
Yeah, that's who I
all
know.
Damn. Question me on the Bills. They're Panthers of the North, man. What's wrong with you?
Basically, a Buffalo Panthers.
Yeah, too.
So looking at the schedule, all right, honestly, The Saints game is tough. The Packers game will be tough. The Eagles game will be tough, as always. The Vikings at night, that's a win. At the Patriots in November, that's going to be tough. I mean,
y'all
I
play
see
the
maybe
AFC East this year.
Yeah, I see maybe 3 losses. I'll go 13.
I wanted the game against the Patriots and the game against the Saints really is going to determine how the season will go.
But look at that stretch.
That's, I mean,
Vikings
the first
at home, at Lions,
Yeah.
at Patriots.
at the first 6 games to me, we should be 6-0.
At New Orleans, definitely going to be tough, but that's a winnable game.
And
Packers at home, y'all should win that game.
Well, we're getting the Saints early in the season too, and you got a new running back system, and it's gonna be.
You got to get the Saints to like game 1 and game 2 because they don't show up for game 1 and game 2.
No,
They
they
get
last
hot
year.
later on.
But see that's how come I said, the games against the Saints and the Patriots, if Dak normally has good games against elite quarterbacks, so if he can finagle away, especially against New England, when they take away the best weapons and he still finds a way to win and still be productive, that will really kind of like, okay, this is where we need to go.
And usually New Orleans gets hot the second half of the season, not the first. So that's what I'm saying.
And
That's a
looking
good
at your
thing.
division, like the Redskins and the Giants are going to stink. It's going to be you
men
and your
and
guys
Eagles.
in Philly battling for that
And one
title.
game we're not worried about, y'all. It might be a trap game. It's that Lions game at Detroit. That's a funky.
I think so too.
That's a trap game. It's in between the Vikings and Patriots.
And it's a 1 p.m. kickoff.
That's gonna be a
too.
funky like. Oh,
Listen, in all seriousness, the Bills game is a trap game
Yep.
because it's Thanksgiving Day. We sometimes cough up easy games.
Like-
Somehow we lose a game we should not lose.
and y'all not guaranteed one. It was like one game a year. Y'all lost that game.
Because they got that Monday night against the Giants November 4th. Then they turn around a Sunday night primetime matchup with the Vikings. And then you come out to a low to go to Minnesota.
And after the Patriots, that's 4 days.
Well, that's why I was saying about the Patriots and the Bills game because you got at the Patriots,
New England.
home to Bills, and then at Chicago.
But good
Those
thing
will
that
be-
Chicago game is a week. But that
Yeah.
4 days between coming back,
Yeah, that's
Thanksgiving
tough for any team.
and then the Bills show up,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, we should smash them. But they better smash them. They better.
We better.
This is a Super Bowl caliber team. You smash the Bills.
All right. Speaking of Super Bowl caliber teams, I guess everybody in the world, the best team on Madden, as they say. Cough. Yeah, whatever. Let me. I'm talking about some sound. Let's put some sounds. We got to have some sounds when we're saying. I don't really want to talk. Let's find a. That'll work. All right. Philadelphia Eagles. Malik Jackson, Deshaun Jackson, they added. They lost Nick Foles, Jordan Hicks, Golden Tate. What's the overall record?
10-6.
The Eagles?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like 10-6 as well. And by the way, thank you at Fox Sports for the intro music. We appreciate you.
Yeah, we got definitely give you guys your credit.
Get that shout out in.
You said 10-6.
Yeah.
10-6.
Okay. What you got?
9-7. Because Carson Wentz, the great Carson Wentz, doesn't play all 16 games. He got paid.
You want 500?
I'm going 500 just because I hate the Eagles. And they'll probably do something good. That's what usually happens. Looking at the schedule for the Eagles, I mean, we're playing the East. So,
Win, loss. Is that primetime Vikings? 1 o'clock loss.
No, 1 o'clock. That's a L.
Can I go 9-7 now? Look at the schedule.
I got 9-7.
Damn, they got the Seahawks on their schedule. How they end up with the Seahawks on their
Second
schedule?
place.
The Seahawks, the Giants, Cowboys. They finished the last 4 games. Why does the NFL do that? They got 4 last games against the Giants, Redskins, Cowboys, Giants.
They trying to
Money.
They're hoping that December 22nd game
Will matter.
is for the NFC East crown.
Kermit did it with Carolina and the Saints 2 years ago. Like the winner of that game.
And it's the 4:25 Fox game, so it's the primetime game.
Here's the other thing: is bye week is week 10. I don't like it being later in the season I like ours because we're week 7 is our bye week. Week 10 is about halfway point, and injuries you want to be able to heal it. I don't know.
Well, we know Deshaun Jackson going to be hurt. Alshon Jeffrey going to be hurt.
They still have Nelson Aguilar, right?
Yeah,
they still got Aguilar.
Well,
they got everybody else.
Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz will probably be hurt. But I think Wentz can stay healthy this season. I think they're going to do what they can to protect him.
Well, looking at the schedule,
healthy.
Redskins, Falcons, Lions should be wins. Packers are probably an L. Jets going to be tougher than you think. Vikings, that's a tough stretch. At the Vikings, at Cowboys, at the Bills.
3 road games in a row is tough, period.
Yeah. And then you got the Bears coming up at home the next week.
Bears, Patriots, Seahawks at home.
Patriots, you got Bears, Patriots, and Seahawks at home. At least they got those 3 games at home. But
I
it's
feel
still
like
tough.
that Bears game going to be a low-scoring game because those are two mirror teams, especially how their offensive run.
And I feel like at Miami game going to be a trap game for them.
Yeah, Miami's going to suck, though. We know Miami. Who's starting? The starting quarterback in
Ryan
Miami, Ryan Fitzpatrick. Miami going to suck.
Man, it's gonna be Rosen's job by then.
They're going to have to force Rawson in, and he sucks, too. So,
All right, so did y'all want to change your predictions?
No, I keep 10-6.
10-6, 10-6. All right, let's move on to the Redskins. Of course, the key additions was they drafted Dwayne Haskins, Landon Collins, Case Keenum, Eric Flowers. You talk about bad offseason, man. They got the worst rating of any team in NFL for signing Eric Flowers.
It's going to be a long season for Dwayne Haskins and
they
whoever
lost
playing the quarterback.
Preston Smith, Clinton Dix, Jameson Crowder, Zach Brown. Where do you think the Redskins are going? Or should I show you the schedule first?
5-11.
3-13.
I'm curious to see Darius Geis how he come back though.
Who?
Darius Geis.
Yeah.
Did they pick up Case Keenum
Geis
as
is
the
back.
quarterback
They
position?
traded
Yes.
him
They traded him.
for the 6th-round pick from Broncos.
Yeah, 3-13.
So looking at their schedule, you said 3-13. Hold on a second. I'll go back.
I'll go 5-11. They'll win 2 games they shouldn't win.
Just mess around and luck into a win.
Walk to the
Let me see the schedule. Okay, Eagles. I think they'll pull that one off.
In Philly?
The first game
Case
of the year.
Keenum?
They usually win one on the road.
Bum Bowl. Surprisingly.
I'm
Cowboys
talking to
lost.
Cowboy fans. So I forget.
Hey,
Hey,
don't
they might say
forget,
16.
Do not forget, they always open up, when they open up a home game, they lose, and then the winner of that game wins the Super Bowl.
Oh, gosh.
That was 3 years in a row. But no, usually, seriously, Philadelphia doesn't open well at home. Every game they usually lose.
Cowboys lost. Bears lost. Giants tie. Patriots.
See, I'm not going to say a tie.
Patriots lost. Dolphins.
At the Panthers. How in the hell do y'all keep getting the Redskins at
We
home?
finish 2nd place and 3rd place every year.
Jesus Christ. Every year it's in him.
And plus, they still got Josh
Panthers
Norman.
at home.
So we can't let that go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 5-11.
5-11.
Yeah, they'll split the game with the Giants.
They ain't going to beat us. We're going to smash the Redskins when they come to Bank of America Stadium.
Who?
The Panthers.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 16-12 game.
Pounding week right there.
They do not have Kirk Cousins anymore. I got more faith in.
You got faith in Case Keenum? Don't say that. Don't you dare.
No. Well, who's their number one wide receiver? Anybody know?
Paul Richardson.
D's.
I'll go 5-11. Even if they get
I know what team I'm completely avoiding in fantasy this year.
the Redskins.
Absolutely.
No,
That's one of them.
I'm telling you, there is Geis though. Sleeper. Tell you, sleeper.
If I can get him late, I'm taking him.
Yeah, Dep back up.
Everybody got mad at me when I take AP the last 2 years, and he's giving me some fantasy points. So don't hate. So the Giants, they added Kevin Zelter from the Browns, Golden Tate, Bethea. I didn't know until Bethea was still playing. Mm-hmm. Odell Beckham, Landon Collins, Vernier, James Brown, B.W. Webb, and Mario Edwards all left. What's the Giants' record?
2-14.
I'll give him 3-13. We ain't got to look at their schedule.
Yeah, I would like to look at their schedule
Look at their schedule.
to bask in.
All right, go ahead. Oh, they got 3. The first, all right, after the Cowboys, they got winnable games.
That's 3 winnable games.
For the Giants and Eli shot Eli.
I mean, it's winnable.
It's winnable. Don't mean they gonna win.
Well, let's just see. I'm looking at after the bye week. They'll lose to the Bears, Packers, Eagles.
Oh, their bye week's not till week 11. Oh,
Uh,
if somebody gets hurt, they're in trouble.
Daniel Jones will be starting by
Week 8.
October 6th. The Vikings.
What are you talking about? I'm thinking September 22nd. Or no, it's September 29th. I'm thinking the second home game. Of the
You
season.
know what? I got them. I really want to say 0-16.
Just say it.
I got them at 4-12.
4-12.
You're being very generous to the New York Football Giants.
I say 3-13.
4-12.
When are they going to draft their first overall pick next year?
Well,
Tua.
yeah.
And Trey Jones to second
Or
round
they're
pick.
going to trade out, and whoever wants Tua real bad.
Well, they
is gonna
need
trade
a lot of help on defense now.
They just need help in general.
Yeah, they need
help.
help. So I'd
No.
be surprised.
Because Eli's going to be the starting quarterback next year.
No, he's won't. I'm looking at the schedule, right? The Giants, now after thinking about it, will not bench Eli at least until week 7 because they have to play Eli against Tom Brady. They'll have to play that game.
I don't think he makes it to weeks.
Now,
He doesn't make
there's
it
an
there.
opening September 29th. Redskins at home. A bottom feeder team. You
Yeah,
can
but
start
do you
Daniel
not-
Jones against.
Do you not play Eli against Tom Brady? He's 2-0.
It's Thursday night.
I'm just saying.
Flukes. 2 plays. He's 2-0 and lucky. Oh, man. Lucky to
Like, are you paying?
set your shit.
I mean, if the the Giants are 0-3, and you go into the Redskin game, you want to go 0-4? Do we go with Daniel Jones? Because there's a good possibility. There's not a good. There's a
Nope.
There's a 99% chance that
You
they're
know
going to
what?
be 0-3 by the time they get to the Redskins.
I'm going 1-15. I'm looking at the schedule. I see the Bills. That's it.
Cardinals.
No.
No. Kyler's run left and right over that defense. I can't see them winning.
Who is Eli going to throw
The
to?
Dolphins. That's where they're going to get their win.
Oh, they do have a home against the. All right, they got a shot against the Bills.
late in December.
They will not beat the Bills and Dolphins. It'll either be the Bills or the Dolphins.
They will beat
And they'll beat the Dolphins.
the Dolphins at home December 15th because it's cold. We know
Yeah.
Miami don't travel.
Miami does not travel. That's a win. So I got them 1-15.
I might have been too generous at 2-14. Huh?
Yeah, you stepped out on the ledge. All right, let's
another win
move
for them.
on. Where did I put the Patriots? Oh, there we go. All right, Patriots. Let's go to the Patriots real fast. Of course, they added Michael Bennett. They lost Gronkowski, Trent Brown, Trent Flowers. What's
They
It
only
seems like-
6 guaranteed.
It's like they're 11-5 every year. 11-5, 12-4. I'll go 12-4
12-4 is what you got.
because they are going to sweep the AFC East again. So
come
that's
right
6
back.
wins off tops.
No, I'm
They're going to beat the New York Giants. That's 7. Damn, I already got 7 wins real quick for the damn Patriots.
I think I saw Cincinnati on the schedule. That's 8.
There you go.
All right, hold on. There you go.
Oh, man. So, we already said 6-0 against the AFC East.
They lose.
No, they find one way. They find a way to lose to Miami every year. It seems like in November when they go and play them.
It's the last game of the year, too.
Oh yeah, they're going to lose
5-1.
Week
Brian
17
Hoyer will be playing that point.
in Miami. So that's one loss. They'll be 5-1 in the AFC.
Texans.
Texans
Chiefs.
should be a good game. Hopefully Deshaun is healthy. Chiefs should be a fun game.
The Bungles.
The Browns
Bengals.
at home.
The Browns should be a fun game.
Ravens might beat them.
Cowboys at
Ravens play
home.
them good at home usually.
Pittsburgh open the season. They're going to handle Pittsburgh. They always handle Pittsburgh.
The Baltimore game, I think Baltimore beat them.
When, they've been averaging 12 wins
Yeah.
since Brady
The year
came back
George-
from the injury.
Yeah.
That's why it's always
Yeah.
Shoot, they even had 10 wins with Matt Castle.
like
Right. That was the last time they had anything under 12.
I don't trust the Texans because Texans haven't shown they can win big time.
Oops.
So at Eagles going to be tough. We know they're going to lose to the Dolphins one of those two games. They always do. Cowboys, that's a 50-50 game. Either way, these might be the two teams. That might be a preview of the Super Bowl.
Cool.
While you bullshitting, Cowboys and Patriots.
I hope so. That's
And then,
America's Super Bowl.
Kansas City. We know Kansas City can score the ball, man. And say what you want about Andy Reid. He knows how to put up points on Bill Belichick. It's just he hasn't been able to stop Bill Belichick when they needed to stop Bill Belichick. But he's
13-3.
What you going, James?
I'll go 12-4.
You said 13-3 switch.
Because they'll lose to the Ravens. They'll lose to the.
You like Lamar Jackson? You think?
Well, in Baltimore
I
plays.
just think the
does play
defense
tough.
is going to get them.
Baltimore playing tough in Baltimore.
Yeah.
And that's the one team that can beat them in the playoffs when they have to.
Yeah, I'm going to go 13-3 for the Patriots. All right, New York Jets. Looking at the Jets, man, they added Le'Veon Bell, Jameson Crowder, C.J. Mosley. They did lose Mo Claiborne, and I haven't added their draft picks, but
Quentin Williams, are you?
Yeah.
I like the Jets additions this year.
I'm gonna go 10-6 with the Jets.
I was thinking 9-7 for me.
Yeah, I'm going 9-7.
It'll be closer with the Patriots. They might have paid them.
They're definitely the second best team in this.
It
division.
might
Say
ma-
9-7?
9-7, yeah.
9-7?
Yeah, 9-7. Because they're just like us. They're like the NFC East. You got two good teams and two.
Two really crap teams.
Yep.
Well, Jets spent money this year. Last year
All
they ain't spent a dime.
Looking at this schedule, they opened the Bills at home. They got the
early
Browns
bye
at home.
week.
Yo, week 4. I don't like that. That's too early. At the Eagles, Cowboys, Patriots, at the Jags, at the Dolphins, Giants, at the Redskins, Raiders, at the Bengals, Dolphins at home, Ravens, Steelers, and Bills on the road.
The NFL, quick, what I thought, you want to go to 18 games, you got to add a second bye week.
Right.
They need to add a second bye week to this mess.
Well, if they want to go 18 games, the thing they're talking about is making the players sit. I think that's ridiculous. Anyway, they're demanding that each starter sits one game, supposedly.
So
I don't want to see
now we
backups
got to have fantasy football with all backups.
Exactly. I don't think it's going to come through. Looking at their schedule, though, I still think they go 10-6. Yeah. This is my sleeper team in the AFC because I really believe in Sam Darnold this year.
Yeah,
He's going to be the best. He's going to be the most improved player, just like Jared Goff was.
Jared Goff this year?
Yeah. So I'm going 10-6 for the Jets because that division stinks outside these two teams. Looking at the Bills, I can name 5: Mitch Morse, John Brown, Cole Beasley, Tyler Kroft. Tyler Kroft went to Buffalo?
Hey, they paid him.
Spencer Long.
Beasley went to Buffalo?
Yeah, Andre Roberts, Kevin Johnson, Frank Gore, and Jake Fisher all went to Buffalo. They lost John Miller, Charles Clay, and Logan Thomas. All right. What you got, B3?
6-10.
Because Josh Allen can win a game or two by mistake.
And their defense will mess around and win the game, and they'll luck up into some wins. They got a lot of veteran players, too.
Okay, defense not awful.
4-12.
It's just going to be their offense. Who's going to score for them?
Like, they can win them for 3 games.
You still got Shady McCoy and Frank
No,
Gore.
he's going to get cut.
Shady McCoy?
Supposedly, Shady's going to get cut.
Because they signed the guy from, what's the guy?
room.
TJ Yeldon, too.
Yep.
They can win for 3 games, in my opinion.
And they run the ball with Mike Tolbert. So, hey.
And McDermott is a pretty good coach for what he has.
Yeah,
I mean, he got to them playoffs, last year?
Almost. The year before.
The year before, with
Tyrod
and some bullshit?
Their last, 5 games are tough, though. At the Cowboys, home to Ravens, at the Steelers, at the Patriots, home to the Jets. That's brutal, man. Huh?
They're trying to determine the Patriots' time just depending on what their record looks like. More than likely, it's going to be a 1 p.m.
And they don't really have any advantage in their home games. Like, they're playing the Ravens at home. That's not really – the Jets at home, they're used to the cold weather. Usually they get a game or two where somebody comes in where it's cold and it affects them. Denver, come on, man.
West Coast, East Coast tough, though.
Yeah. Well, they don't have any – you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no Miami or Tampa coming. Miami comes to town, but no Tampa or anything like that, or Minnesota. Because they beat Minnesota last year at home. Remember?
Yeah, the one of the games that they shouldn't have won.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a night game.
No. What you got them going?
I go 6-10.
6-10. All right, what you got, Smooch?
4-12.
I'll go 5-11. I'll split the difference with y'all. Miami Dolphins.
3-13.
We already need to look at their schedule.
Nah, we ain't got to look at
You
nothing.
got to look at their schedule. 1-15.
How you win and try to lose?
They playing for Tua. This who could benefit.
Didn't the
from
GM
Tua.
even say, yeah, this year ain't going to be good for us? We ain't got to look at it.
Well, I thought Smoochie.
I got to see the agony.
I might have to look at it to see what game they're going to win.
Tough opening.
Ravens, Patriots, Cowboys, Chargers, 0-4.
right there.
You got to take a break in week 5 from losing because we want you to be well rested.
Look at the schedule.
That is so brutal.
Redskins, Bills. They could possibly win those
That's
two.
one of their one. That's where they're going to get their one win in that week 6, week 7 mix.
Then
Oh,
after
my
that,
good Lord.
back to losing. Steelers, Jets, Colts. Well, we'll give you a break. Bills,
The Bills are better than they are.
Yeah.
Browns.
The Browns,
make
Browns
it competitive.
Smack 'em, the Eagles go smack
They'll
'em,
beat the Jets one
go-
time by mistake.
Giants. Yep.
They might have to.
You see, I have the Giants going 1-15, and the Giants win is against the Dolphins, so I'm not picking the Dolphins to beat the Giants that game.
Oh man, cold weather game too.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I thought looking earlier when we was looking at the Patriots, I thought the Dolphins may get them one time, but they're not gonna get them.
Now, question: how they get a night game? Week 8.
Week 8
against
against
they
the
play-
Steelers.
Because you know how Monday Night Football too, they always put a shitty team. They got to give a shitty team a Monday night game. It never matter.
Well, I guess the market in Miami.
Yes.
But it's at Pittsburgh, so
Jeez.
they'll sell out.
Well, at least the NFL did them a favor. They gave them you're not losing. You're not losing consecutively
Right.
like a lot of weeks. They give you a break.
What you got?
Oh
Looking at the
man,
schedule.
2-14.
It's brutal for Miami.
My God, man, this is awful. I just look at their schedule made it worse. I was gonna give them at least 3 wins, but Jesus, I'll go 1-15. I can't look at the schedule is brutal, and they get a bye week 5. So if somebody gets hurt week 6, you screwed.
But at least it gives them because the first 4 games
And
you're
the
gonna get your
first
asses kicked.
No, that's what I'm saying. The first 4 games are brutal. as hell.
They're gonna be like the
Listen.
worst defense in the league.
After week 1 playing the Ravens, you'll be beat up. Then you got the Patriots the next week. Then you got the Cowboys and the Chargers. Oh my God! Yeah, you don't get beat. That
The
defense
only
get beat up.
positive is that the 3 of the first 4 games are in Miami. So hopefully the humidity helps you out against Baltimore, against New England.
But you got free. Do you know who they got on defense? Can you name one defensive player for the Dolphins?
They got
Don't say Cameron Wait.
I was about to say
I know you were.
they got
Mika Fitzpatrick. There we go.
there we go. Minka
All right,
Fitzpatrick.
And they got one of the best corners, Xavier Howard.
That's true. All right, but
Thank you,
they have
Urban
nothing
Nerd.
else, man.
They got Ryan
About the
Fitzpatrick.
source of knowledge.
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
They got
And they got Raekwon Miller. He's not a bad linebacker. He got tackles for me, fantasy.
Raekwon Miller, Miami.
Yeah, he's gonna be on the field a whole lot.
Yeah.
Hell
Oh, that's why I had him.
It's terrible.
Fantasy football.
Like the humidity might be actually a benefit for the other team because their defense is gonna be on the field 40 minutes a
I
game.
had Raekwon Miller last year. Fantasy football tackles.
How many tackles he had last year? Like 150, 200
Yeah,
tackles?
he was up
Something
there.
like that?
Tackles. He's not.
All right. Thank you, everybody here being on the show. Thank y'all for watching us. We'll have a show next week, probably on Sunday. I'll send out a reminder on Facebook. And have a great week. Football is back. Thank you for listening to BSS Carolina. It's a Horseman Sports Show.
Pay Dak.
When a football gets down with your phone.
It's football on your phone.
Yeah.
It's football on your phone.
If
you're on a date with Simone,
Football on your phone.
if you're taking out a small loan,
Football on your
when
phone.
you're sitting on your throne,
Football on your phone.
when you're buttering a scone,
Football on your phone. It's like I spilled milk all over your blouse by accident or on purpose. It's like the milk is like football and your blouse is the phone.
It's football on your phone. It's
Yeah.
football on your phone.
Football on your phone means football all the time.
Do you want that?
He does, she does, our dad does.
Does your dad want it? I mean,
It's football on your phone.
yeah.
What do you think Alexander Graham Bell would say if he saw you watching